Hi everybody, it's Jules here. I had an amazing opportunity to partner up with Diogo. They're a company that makes a stain remover for antiperspirant and deodorant stains in your armpits. I'm talking about those yellow, built up, disgusting stains that cling to white shirts and just don't want to be removed no matter what you do. I don't like bleach that much. It's bad for the environment and I'm frankly scared to use it because I'm afraid I'm going to ruin everything around me. So I was so happy when Diogo decided to send me this free bottle for review. Now these are my honest opinions. I did try the product and I did think that it worked. It was time consuming, but it definitely worked and I'm going to share my journey with you. So keep watching and I'll let you know how it went. And I'm super excited about this product because if you've watched any of my other laundry videos, pit stains or perspiration stains, sweat stains on shirts is such a big problem for me and I've had such difficulty trying to remove them. So I guess this company, they knew that I was having trouble and they said that I should review it. So I've never used it before. You're watching this just as I am unfold in front of our eyes. The badge right here said it's Good Housekeeping Institute approved in 2011. So as you know, I love Good Housekeeping magazine, so I think the fact that they have that badge means good things. So the Diogo says after you spray it on both sides of the fabric, you should scrub it with a bristle brush. So I just have another nail brush here. I love these for laundry. These kind of brushes you can just get at the dollar store. So all of these shirts do have different varying degrees of pit stains. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the clothes inside out and spray the Diogo on each side. So it doesn't specify how many spritzes you use, but I just want to make sure the area is covered. And obviously you yourself know how bad the stain is, so that matters. So first impression, the bottle, it's small, it's easy to use, and it states an almond scented formula, and it doesn't really smell like almond to me, but it doesn't smell unpleasant. It smells a little bit detergent-y, but it's not a big deal. Oh, by the way, we're not doing this in the laundry room because the lighting down there is terrible. So this is my kitchen table. Welcome. You can sort of tell already, immediately after spritzing, I feel like the stain is a bit more yellowed. I feel like the product reveals the stain as more yellowed. It's suggested using a short bristle. This was about as short as it was going to get, so that's fine. So it's hard to say when you're done scrubbing, but I'd spend a good 30 seconds on each arm. So I've sprayed both sides of each armpit of each shirt. Scrub them all very well. The first thing I've noticed is, well, maybe I haven't used this brush enough, but it was a little stiff and I'm a bit worried about the quality of my clothes now after being scrubbed, especially the fine cotton cardigan. I think scrubbing wasn't the best for it, but I think it'll be fine. Maybe over time it would get worn away. I think I would suggest buying a much softer brush. There are those types of exfoliating brushes you can buy. They have a round head, and of course the bristles are much softer because it's for your face. So I think if I were to do this again, I would buy such a brush for this purpose. So we're just going to let them soak in the bin here for 30 minutes as suggested on the bottle, and then we're going to throw it in the wash. And start my washing machine. And it says to do your load as you normally would, so the laundry load is done, and we are here to see some of the results of the laundry. Let's see how it goes. This was my cardigan. This one still shows a little bit. That one didn't do as well, but I was also afraid to scrub this one because of the delicate fabric. So you can still see here it's a little bit discolored and yellow still. This shirt was probably one of the worst ones. And I have to say it's not 100%, but this is quite the improvement from original. You can still see the discoloration, but this used to be quite yellow, and it looks far less yellow than it was. So I would probably do a second treatment on this shirt for sure. So here's my Pearl Jam concert tee. I've tried many different things on this guy, and you know, I can still see the stains. It's hard to tell. This lighting is quite bright, but there is still some discoloration here. So it looks like on some of the shirts, the Diogo did make a significant improvement. I would try, as the bottle suggested, to repeat the process if you don't see the exact results that you need. So I think I would do that again and maybe leave the treatment on for a little bit longer, maybe up to an hour, and make sure it's really soaked in really well. So after the first load of the Diogo, I hung it up to dry, I left it a couple days, and I did notice that the stains were still there. So I figured if I wanted to do a proper review, I would just have to repeat the treatment, right? And I did want to see if it would work or not. I did want to preserve those shirts. So it took me a little while to get around to doing the next load. It is time consuming. You really do have to scrub those items really well, make sure you're spraying both sides, and letting it sit for the half an hour. Now, I do have to admit, I was intending to let it sit for about 45 minutes to an hour, just to give it that extra time to soak in. And then I left the house, I ran some errands, I ended up at my parents' house, and things got a little out of hand. So I actually didn't wash the load until later that night. So the treatment was soaking on there for a good, at least 4 hours. I don't know if I would recommend that to you. I would be a little bit hesitant of that formula kind of seeping into the wrong spots and maybe discoloring some of your clothes, but to be honest, my clothes were fine. And I washed the load as usual. Like they said, add your detergent, spin it, rinse it well, and then I hung it out to dry again. And I was really, really surprised with the results. Like at first, I still felt a little skeptical, and you know, the thing is, they ask you to put it inside out before you scrub it down. And, you know, sometimes when you look inside out, you can see all that dirt and grime. But when you put the shirt normally on and then you look, it really improves the difference. So I have some of the shirts here to show you. So let's start with my Pearl Jam concert tee. I'm sure everyone's had a good glimpse of this guy by now. Honestly, the stain has improved like 80%. If you look closely in some lights, you can see a yellow tinge, but really, let's be real. This shirt has been rescued, and now I feel way more comfortable wearing it in public because I know everyone's not staring at the yellow stains. This is a shirt that I've had at least 5 years. It was really old. It's an American Eagle polo, and the stains were pretty bad. But honestly, the stain has been removed, again, like 80% difference. I'm so impressed. And like I said, no one is looking at you like this. You're wearing the shirt, and the part that's showing, no one could tell. No one could tell. It really does increase the life of your shirts. Overall, I would say that the Diogo works better on a fresh stain. It was a lot harder to get the stains out or reduce the stains on my old shirts, such as the polo or my Pearl Jam concert tee. You really can tell when the stain has built up enough, and it takes that much longer to break it down for sure. A shirt like this one that I picked up at Walmart just last season, that came out a lot cleaner. It's a lot easier, and you can't tell that really there was any stain there at all. I've said this before and I'll say it again. Scrubbing really matters. You do have to get a good bristle brush and scrub the Diogo in really well. I would recommend taking the t-shirt, flexing out the armpit, and then spraying it in as one big area. So see how the seam of the t-shirt is down the middle here? And so the armpit stretches both two sides. So it's a lot easier to scrub this area than to keep the t-shirt like this, scrub one side, and then scrub the other side. So definitely I would say open it up and try to cover one thing, and don't forget to do both sides. It gets a little confusing sometimes. One thing that I noticed Diogo really did was remove the buildup of the antiperspirant. Sometimes you wear t-shirts and even after you wash them, you can feel that chalky jelly buildup from the product itself. It just won't wash away. And the Diogo really did remove that extra buildup, if not the color as well. I'm so thankful that Diogo sent this product to me because I wouldn't have heard about it otherwise and I wouldn't have been able to recommend it to you guys. So my honest opinion is if you have a shirt that you don't want to throw out and that you would like to preserve, then why not pick up a bottle of Diogo and try your luck to get the stain out, because after some hard work it does pay off and you can wear that shirt again. So I know I'm pleased with the results. I hope you are too. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. I'll put all the links to the product down below as well. You can follow them on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Modern Wife Life. And we'll talk to you very shortly. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this review and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.